What does purpose mean in my life? I came to FOS in 2015. They just celebrated their 1 year of business, and this was my first career-based job out of college, so I was ready to impress. Back then, I was the only designer, so I came to work every day because I loved to design. I really did enjoy what I got to do every day, but that was about it. It didn't go any deeper than that. That frame of thinking started to influence how I conceptualized my role at FOS. I felt like I was just a designer. I wasn't in this leadership position where I felt like I had a voice in how to run the business. I didn't feel qualified to share an opinion or share anything on how to scale the business or how we could delight and serve our clients. And there was one team meeting that we called our strategic action plan, and we were talking about how can we develop outstanding marketing or what best practices can we implement. And so I was listening. I didn't really have any ideas. I didn't know what to share. And I remember Brandon turned to me and he says, "What do you think, Jenelle? What kind of ideas do you think would be good here?" And basically I said, "I don't know. I'm just a designer." I didn't have anything that I thought I could contribute. I was just there to do my work and go home. Why would I think that people thought my voice was valuable when I didn't even think that my voice was valuable? But the leadership at FOS saw something deeper in me that I didn't even know was there. They didn't see me as just a designer, but they saw me as who I was, and they didn't look at me as what I did at work. I was seen as a person with interests and experiences and ideas, and it was encouraging to work for an employer that you not only had fun working with, but that they wanted to help you grow. They believed in me, and they voiced that I had this influence. And in 2018, we launched our leadership development program, and it was within that program where I was given this question of what stirs your heart? What gives you purpose? And I remember sitting there not knowing how to respond to that. I didn't really know my purpose outside of just what I did every day. And I was in our conference room with Brandon, and it was shared with me that there is a greater purpose in life than just earning a paycheck, and that my worth is not tied to my work. And there is good news that a fulfilling life is not centered around what skills you have or how successful you are or how many places you've traveled. Rather, it's centered around the love that Jesus had for you, to die for you as an offering to God so that you can be forgiven. And that's the gospel. A love that is so great and unconditional, that gives you this sense of peace that you, beyond anything you could possibly have understood before. And so tears were streaming down my face after hearing that, and the next day I was gifted a Bible and invited to read the life of Jesus and how he lived a selfless life, teaching people about God's love, his mercy, and forgiveness. And since that day, I kept reading that Bible, and because I wanted to learn more about Jesus's character and how to reflect his character into my life and bring about those values of compassion and humility and service, and most of all, patience in my day-to-day now. I look for those opportunities. Who can I encourage today? Who can I ask to help on a project with? Which team member can I give a random act of kindness to, or even a client? What kind of thing can I give away to somebody? And I wouldn't have had that mindset if it wasn't part of our culture at FOS.